Hello friends, welcome to a new video. Boruto chapter 52 is out now and I have just read the Boruto chapter 52 and it's really awesome. I can't expect this much hype from a chapter really, and it was all worth the hype, and the chapter was really above the clouds, and literally this was the best Boruto chapter I have ever read till now. Considering the chapter 51 was really best chapter in Boruto last month, this chapter even beat chapter 51 very easily. This chapter is consisting many awesome twists and everything. 3 to 4 twists are there. Literally, the fight Naruto was pushed to the back, so that's why he used this move. But Ishiki is now pushed on his back as well. This is literally awesome. Both lives of Naruto and Ishiki are online. So let us go into chapter to see what happens. Before going into chapter, please subscribe to my channel. It helps us my channel to grow much, as I'm very small YouTuber. So my like target for this video is just 8 likes, cause my video won't get much reach, I know. So let us go into the chapter now. So the chapter begins with the fight stance, the Naruto taking stance and continuing from the last chapter. And Ishiki thinks that how could he still have an ace up his sleeve? Why didn't he use it before? Ishiki is still shocked. Boruto shocks. Sasuke is literally shocked. Such tremendous chakra. He can't believe Naruto is emitting that much chakra, and Sasuke says that Naruto never told him about this move. Of course, Naruto also don't know about that move. Kurama told him so. Here Kurama explains. This is the main part. Listen carefully. Kurama explains this move, and I explained that in previous theory, and it is totally wrong. So now this is the explanation. Kurama says that this attack is kind of like a nuclear fusion, and he says that it is similar principle to how sun produces energy. And Naruto doesn't understand what Kurama is saying, but now Kurama explains in simple language which dumbass like Naruto can understand. Just joking. So Kurama says that this is not a chakra mode attack, like, and Kurama says that this is not anything like previous mode. So this doesn't use any chakra or anything. So this uses life source. As we can see, Kurama says that as a raw materials to create this energy, my chakra and your chakra gets consumed. This is a totally different beast. Until one or both our lives run out. So until Naruto or Kurama die, this attack will continue, and this is called as Baryon mode. This is really awesome, and we will know what this mode will do in next few minutes. So Kurama warns Naruto that don't make any unnecessary moves and get rid yourself of superfluous thoughts and very bad thoughts. So moving into next, now Naruto gets ready to fight Ishiki, and Ishiki says that I don't care for that look in your eyes, and he's really cool looking now. But in next few minutes he will be rolling down on the ground, and Ishiki charges on Naruto, and Naruto literally one keeps his hand like that and just blocks Ishiki running like that and just pushes him with one hand, and he falls onto the ground. Literally, this is a cool attack. First move, literally pull out Ishiki with just one hand, and Ishiki is literally shocked and quit darting around his face. And he just punches Ishiki on his face, and he just falls onto the ground. Boruto, Sasuke, everyone are shocked. Sasuke is literally shocked. He says unbelievable, and he says Naruto is actually beating him, and literally everybody on the scene are just shocked like that. So the cubes which are summoned by Ishiki in previous chapter, Naruto uses his tails to catch one of them and just throws at Ishiki, and just he uses his tails to recoil his leg and kicks Ishiki down to the ground, and just literally falls like a meteor. That's an awesome move, literally. And Sasuke and Boruto are just looking shocked in this page anyway. And literally Naruto's speed and everything is not even visible to the eye. He's literally moving like a light, and he's kicking Ishiki like anything. So he's on another level. He's just far above anything else. He's just matching Ishiki Otsutsuki, the strongest villain ever in Naruto verse, and his strongest character ever. So that's what the mode is. So Ishiki is literally shocked and even charges on Naruto with more intent to kill him. And Naruto just blocks his hand like as he's doing normal taijutsu, and he kicks in his stomach and just kicks him out away. And he kicks another kick, and Ishiki is really shocked here. And Ishiki realizes that taijutsu won't work on him, and he just throws the Rinnegan rods which come from a hand. It's just fast, and Naruto just catches like anything. He just catches it like a ball, and everybody gets shocked. And Sasuke says he stopped those high speed rods because Sasuke can't even see those Rinnegan rods even with his Sharingan, even with his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan. He can't see those high speed rods. Naruto just catches it with one hand. It is impossible. Ishiki says it's impossible. How did he power up so drastically fast? So this is the first scene of the chapter. we're at halfway of the chapter, and in the second half of the chapter we can see the scene is shifted to the Kawaki's place where they are at Hokage's office with Amado and Sumire and Doctor. So, and Kawaki said just sitting depressed, and Amado asked that about the prosthetic hand which Naruto gave him to Kawaki, and we know that the prosthetic hand just works on Naruto's chakra. When Naruto sleeps, the prosthetic hand will not work. If he is awake, then if until his chakra is running in his body, the hand will work, and that means he both Naruto's chakra and Kawaki's prosthetic arm are connected. We know that fact in previous chapters only. So Amado asks about it, and the doctor explains the story about the hand, and he says a Lord Seventh has been sharing some of chakra with Kawaki so that hand functions at all times. He explains the theory, and here Sumire asks Amado that can you restore Kawaki's hand, and he says it's very easy to restore hand. Once all this is over, he will restore Kawaki's hand. So that's it. And immediately next, the hand stops working, and the Kawaki senses that Lord 7th chakra is weak. Naruto's chakra is getting weakened, so that's why his hand is not working properly. And everybody gets tense. The Shikamaru and Amado, everyone gets tense, and literally Kawaki is very shocked to see that. And even we can see in the battle round, Naruto just falls down after using some of the continuous attacks on Ishiki Otsutsuki and Taijutsu and everything. He just falls on his knees, and he says that my energy is dropping suddenly. And now Ishiki is realized. Sasuke also sees his Rinnegan and realizes that Naruto's energy levels are dropping, and Boruto is fallen on the ground. He can't even move here. Here Ishiki realizes that Naruto is using a sacrificial attack to take him down, and he says that Ishiki understands that the rapid jump in abilities and power of Naruto is due to life-shortening sacrificial gamble. And Ishiki's confirmed that he will win this battle, and he comes to near Naruto and Sasuke. Everyone gets shocked, and suddenly, here's the twist. Ishiki coughs up blood, and he also falls down on the ground. He coughs up blood, and he really gets shocked. How did Ishiki get internal damage in his organs? And he shouts that, Hokage, what have you done to me? Naruto says that now begins the real game to see which of us dies first. This is very important. We can see this explains the importance of barrier mode. I will explain in next page. And Ishiki doesn't understand what is happening to him. He just coughs up blood like anything. He's just getting weaker internally, and he also got a considerable amount of damage. And next, Naruto asks Kurama what is happening, and Kurama says that the barrier mode's real power. Listen carefully, this is important part. Barrier mode is actually not an power up or anything, so it just sucks up life force of anybody who's getting contact with it, including Naruto's life force is already getting sucked. So now if he goes on that attack and attacks Ishiki Otsutsuki, then it will affect his life force as well. As we know, Ishiki Otsutsuki has only 20 hours left, so to live on this Otsutsuki mode, he has to get to the Kawaki and go into his karma and resurrect as Kawaki. So, but now, due to Naruto's attacks, his lifespan has been drastically decreased from 20 hours to hit got reduced to 30 minutes. It's really great. And now Ishiki Otsutsuki has just 30 minutes to live. If these 30 minutes pass, he will die. So Kurama also says that we are not at a winning stage. So Kurama thinks that Naruto and Kurama only die first before of Ishiki, and Kurama says Naruto that just focus on your attacks, just like boxer aiming to win by decision. Don't think about taking him down. Just shave off the rest of just do an attack normally and take that body near to Ishiki, and it will shave off his remaining life before Naruto's lives run out. That's the main. First, who will die? If Naruto manages to kill off Ishiki and then he's died, then it's all over. Story will complete. So we don't know what will happen. And then Naruto just jumps off to Ishiki and headbutts him. He again falls down. He again kicks him. But Ishiki once again stands up and beats Naruto, and he pushes him to the ground and he literally screams that you lesser species. He's really getting angry. First time we are seeing this much powerful Ishiki Otsutsuki is losing his cool the first time. He catches his throat, and Sasuke also realizes that Naruto's chakra is getting lower and lower, and he's about to die. I think, and both of them have now reached to the end of their life. But whose life will go first is most important now. And Ishiki says that he's only 10 minutes left now. Naruto did some more attack, and the lifespan is not at least 10 minutes. And Naruto says that it's too late now, you will die first. And now the twist will happen. Ishiki says that the last one standing will be Otsutsuki and is very confident that Naruto Uzumaki will die first. But now the main twist is about to come, guys. Don't miss this. And we will once again move into the Hokage's office, and suddenly it says this is only the option we know, and he also explains that Ishiki's lifespan is also getting reduced. So now Ishiki gets realized space-time ninjutsu will activate at Hokage's office, and there Kawaki directly gets sucked up and falls into the battleground. So this is the moment we are all waiting for, Kawaki's entry, and now Ishiki Otsutsuki's odds are really high now to win. So because Kawaki literally came in his place. So you ask me, how did Kawaki come to space? And Ishiki explains that Naruto gets shocked literally. So that prosthetic hand, Naruto, as Ishiki catches Naruto his throat, he literally senses the prosthetic arm. Where is the prosthetic arm and where is location of Kawaki? Due to the link of Naruto's chakra and Kawaki's arm, literally identified the location there. And at that position, he summoned the space-time ninjutsu and summoned Kawaki into the battleground. This is literally awesome. Everybody, Amado, Shikamaru, everyone gets shocked. Kawaki just disappears out of thin air and falls into the battleground. Boruto says this is bad, and Sasuke says what? No way. Naruto gets shocked. Kawaki came and he has 10 minutes left. Naruto, we know he's dying or not. He's dying, he's nearly close. So if he resurrects into Kawaki, then it's all over. So now, then another main twist here. See, Boruto opens his Jogan and chapter ends. You can see the Momoshiki inside him has resurrected, and now it will fight Ishiki Otsutsuki. So what is awesome twist here in the end, and the next chapter will hit on December 20. So be ready, guys, the awesome fight will be coming on. So here Sasuke is rendered powerless, and now Naruto is rendered powerless after all this fight, and Boruto will just resurrect. This is character development literally. And now Momoshiki Otsutsuki will come to rescue. So what do you guys think of this chapter? Comment in the comment box. So what will happen? Will Ishiki Otsutsuki resurrect into Kawaki and take off Naruto lives? What will happen? How is this fight related to the first episode where Kawaki says that I will send you where I sent you the 7th Hokage? Will he die here or Naruto will survive? What will happen in next chapter? Please tell me in the comments. I'll be glad to hear that. So that's it, friend, for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. My channel is very small, please subscribe to it. And till then, bye. Hope you enjoyed this awesome chapter.